Guys, this is Pep watching Sentinel. Today I'm going to do a short review on Amouage's Reflection Man. Amouage's Reflection Man was released in 2007. It's classified as a woody floral musk. It does get talked about occasionally as having some similarities to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male, and having not smelled that particular fragrance for years and years, but wearing it a lot in those days, I can see what people are talking about. When I spray Reflection Man on, I get some kind of memory of Le Male. But I will say this, I think Reflection Man is different enough for those two not to be considered clones of each other. I feel that Reflection Man has better quality smelling ingredients. Insofar as what I mean by that is it smells a little bit more natural, and therefore it feels like a better quality fragrance than Le Male, and you'd want to hope so given the price tag that Amouage Reflection Man sells for. So we have notes of rosemary, pimento, which is a type of pepper or capsicum, rose. This one in particular is listed as Rose de Mai, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So it's a type of hybrid rose. It's a clean, sweet smelling rose with it's described as you get some like light honey undertones to it. Then we move on to orris root or iris, jasmine, neroli, sandalwood in the base, patchouli, vetiver and cedar. So I've just sprayed some on my arm, and the immediate thing I get here is a very clean, I don't really want to say soapy, but I can't think of a better description. It's a clean smelling fragrance. It's very refreshing. And I think what I'm getting here is a little bit of the combination of the neroli here, because I'm getting that, which is giving that soapiness, blended with something, and I'm assuming it might be the pimento, blended with something that is giving it this kind of minty tone. When I say minty, I'm thinking more, not so much of bubblegum mint or candy mint, more of a very minty mouthwash kind of mint. And I think in the opening, there is this almost cool mint note or vibe that's blended in with an aromatic rosemary, which is just in the background. It's a really refreshing light note, and it really reminds me of a really nice, I guess mouthwash kind of feel. When you smell it to your skin, and you can't think of anything but coolness and cleanness. So then it starts to move into the mids, and the orris or iris and jasmine is there in the background, and it's providing a little bit of sweetness, but nothing here, none of the florals here ever get too heady. And eventually what happens is it starts to dry down, and once you start to get into the base, you get a bit of creamy, nice, very clean, creamy sandalwood. I pick up a bit of patchouli coming in to complement that note, and again, it's not too earthy, this patchouli. So what they've done here with Reflection Man is blend all the notes really well, managed to keep all the notes at this clean kind of state. And when I think about how I would describe this fragrance in an abstract manner, I think of clean, transparency, reflective, as the name implies. There is this silvery, that iris provides this like silvery tone throughout the fragrance. And I will say this, that the fragrance to me, even though during its development you pick up hints of different things as it progresses, it's still to me a very linear scent, in that it smells a lot like the opening well into the dry down, and not much else happens. So there is a risk with this type of fragrance to get a little bit nose fatigued or a little bit bored with smelling a lack of development. So clean, clear, transparent, reflective, these are all things that remind me of Reflection Man when I'm wearing it. It's very refreshing, it's very cooling. This mint-like note stays in there throughout the whole fragrance, and I'm probably not describing it accurately by calling it a mint-like note. I'm pretty sure it's the pimento note or accord that they've created here that's keeping it at this quite high pitch. It doesn't get screechy. It's just light. It's and I'm talking about shade, light, as opposed to the strength of the fragrance, because this fragrance does have very good performance. And speaking about its uses, its versatility, I think this would be suitable for most climates. Even quite warm, I would probably wear it. The only thing with this fragrance is, and it might be just my association with Le Male, in that when I wear this, I feel for my age that I'm wearing a scent a little bit more suited to a younger man. It is very classy. It's not loud. It's not in your face. It's perfect for a formal. It's safe to wear in the office. So it's a very versatile fragrance. It's very well made. It's very well blended. The main fault I find with it in terms of my taste is that I could have a tendency to get quite bored with Reflection Man. So if you're not going to wear it very often, you'll enjoy when you wear it, as I did today. But this fragrance, as well made as it is, really doesn't excite me like other fragrances do. As always, I always recommend that you try and sample this, test it. If you can, get a decant, because it's a big investment. Amouage is not cheap, but I do think they make quality stuff. If it's to your taste, you'll love it. Get a bottle for sure, but it might not be to everybody's taste. I'm not going to say this is should be loved by everyone. It's certainly the type of fragrance that shouldn't offend anyone or challenge anybody else. People should find it pleasant when they smell it on you, and the elements are there, but it just doesn't make it for me. I just find that it has to be a really, really particular mood for me to wear this and really enjoy it, but I never quite feel totally 100% comfortable wearing it, and I think it's to do just with the associations I have with this particular style of fragrance. I hope you've found some of that useful, and I'll see you next time.